we're gonna take care of business. Now, I don't care who you are. Yeah. Hello, gentlemen and beautiful ladies. Check it out, y'all. Today we're gonna cook some carnitas. Now, you can get on YouTube, and there's probably a million different recipes for this. This is just how I'm gonna do it today. Next time I do it, it'll be something different. I just vary it up, you know. So there's no real way to do these properly, but everybody will have their favorite way to do it. So, get some pork. Buy the cheapest cut of pork you can, and cut it up into pieces. You know, about the size, a little bit smaller than a tennis ball. Even smaller, maybe the size of a golf ball. And you want the fat, you want everything in this. Now, Walmart sells down here, it says pork carnitas right there. It's just basically pork scraps. It's how to take a cheap piece of meat that you don't know what to do with and make something absolutely delicious. So, pork, I'm using a Dr. Pepper. You need real Coke. You know, you can use Coke, Dr. Pepper. I don't have an orange. Normally they use oranges, but I grow these little lime dealies. I call them manja-limes because I don't know what the hell they are. I got a tree in the backyard. They taste pretty good. They're citrus though. An onion, a little bit of garlic, and magic butter. This is Cardio Diet 101. This will make you look like an Adonis. Yes, thank you very much. Right there. Bacon grease. Now you can use shortening, you know, real shortening. You put oil in there. A lot of guys even just fry this meat. They kind of slow simmer it in grease. I'm not doing that today. I'm going to add some water. Then we're going to add magic butter. Okay? Bacon grease makes everything better. Seasonings, everybody's always like, oh, add a little of this, bay leaf, put some cumin in there. I never get consistent results. But with this, if it comes off a taco truck, Texas Lumbre is going to take care of me. That's the sales pitch. You know, those that know, know. Anyway, gonna hit it with that. That's gonna get all through there, and it's gonna make it good. And I might kick it up with some zombie dust to get a little zing, some heat. Gonna do it right. So let's get all this stuff in a pot. Now you guys can tell, look at this. See how big that piece of meat is? Don't want it quite that big. So I'm gonna cut it, something like that, okay? Mud dauber, you know, if you're gonna throw a mud clot at somebody, that'd be the size you want. You can leave them big, little, see like that, that's like a baseball size. We're not gonna leave it that big. You want all that fat though. Do not trim the fat. This is cardio diet, I'm telling you. Now, whatever you do, don't forget your garlic. Gotta keep the vampires away. And probably all the pretty ladies too. Now it doesn't matter how you cut up this onion. I'm just gonna do the thing to it. Because you're not gonna save this, it's just for cooking purposes. Alright, let's do these guys. Now these little guys here, like I said, I grow them on the backyard. There's a tree. Gonna squeeze the juice out. I'm throwing in the whole deal. It tastes like a tangerine, orange, and a lime mixed. There's some type of hybrid Frankenstein type thing. Well, there's a seed. I'm going to throw the seed in there. I don't care. I'm not going to be eating it. And even if it is, it's going to be all soft anyway. Now it's time for the magic butter. Bacon grease. Now don't be shy with this stuff. This is just to help it cook and simmer. Give it that greasy appearance when it's done. It's funny, I never want to use all this stuff because, you know, it's so essential to good cooking. Alright, I think that's enough. That's about a third of the jar. Ooh, now I got room to put more back in. That could be dangerous. Okay, time to add some water. That bacon grease down there. Might have should have used a bigger pot, but we're going to make do because my other pot's full of shortening with french fries. Alright, back over to the cutting board. Now you can see what we're looking at. Looks like a big greasy mess. Kind of spreading everything apart, shoving it around a little bit. That bacon grease is starting to melt because that water was hot. Now, Dr. Pepper, Texas tradition. Oh. Take a big old sip of that, huh? Yeah, okay. Now for spices. Texas Lumbre, taco truck special. Anything off a taco truck, Mexican restaurant, this is all you need. And I'm not joking around. I'd screwed around with that and had to add a little of this, a little of that. Never got consistent results. That's over with. Alright, that should do it. Kind of mix that around. It's going to give it a better color. Oh yeah. Oh, that smells good too. Now here's the deal. I'm going to add a little bit more salt to this. I don't really need to add more salt to this, but this is Himalayan pink sea salt. I'm sorry, it's just Himalayan salt, but it's pink. Over there in Nepal, over there in the Himalayas, I'm sure there's a big giant mountain that's just solid pink. You know, and there's little fairies flying around it, and supposedly this is like fairy dust. It's supposed to be super good for you because it's pink salt. So I'm going to add a little bit of it because basically I'm trying to get rid of it. Even comes with its own cracker. Cardio Diet 101, right there. Alright, let's get this sucker on the heat. Now I put this pot on the heat, and what I have realized is that I'm probably the only one on YouTube that's video camera smells like bacon grease. But that's a good thing. So, you know, the ladies like bacon, you know, what can I say? Play up. Alright, we're going to bring this to a boil. Then we're going to turn it down to a simmer, 3 hours. We're just going to let it rock and roll. And then what we're going to do is pull all the pieces of meat out of there. And at that point, add a little oil to a skillet, put a little char on them, firm them up. Or you can put them in another skillet and put them in the oven and put them on broil and crisp them up that way. It's however you want. Like I said, there's a million ways to do this, but I'm going to do the skillet thing after these things get done boiling and fat and coke and all this good stuff for 3 hours. Now y'all watch your pot real close because with all that fat floating around on that water, it's going to try to overflow. So until that breaks down and gets all oily, just watch it. You don't want a big mess in your kitchen. Second thing is, while this is starting to cook, go ahead and make some pico de gallo. All you need is chop up some cilantro, jalapeno, tomatoes, and some onion. Mix that all together, maybe hit a shot of olive oil, a little salt, you'll be good to go. And that's, of course, after it's done, you're going to put this all on a corn tortilla and rock on. Now it's starting to boil here, so I'm just going to watch this fat. I don't want it overflowing all over, burn the house down or something like that. But the smell, oh my God, oops, is really nice coming off of this pot. I always feel like a witch, you know, boiling, boiling, boiling trouble. Alright, y'all, like I said before, I just turned this down to a simmer, and we're just going to let it simmer for 3 hours, basically. Now just watch your fluid, because it may start, you know, evaporating off. Your house is going to smell real good, but you don't want to get it all dry or something. I doubt that's going to happen, but, you know, just be careful. Now I got my pico de gallo made. Now I had to use pickled jalapenos that my buddy Jesus Garza sent me. And they got some kick, and they got some oil on them too. He pickled them, and so I threw those in there. Takes it to a different level, so it's all legit. I'm getting hungry. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting damn hungry with all this food cooking, smelling good. Oh, it's looking good now too. Looks like it's got caramel all over the top of it, and that's all that bacon grease. Ooh, check this out. I'll show it to you. See, y'all seeing that? It's all that Dr. Pepper and fat. And we're just sitting there slow simmering it. I give it a stir about every half hour. Alright y'all, check this out. Now, though I fancy myself as some type of taco truck cook or short order cook or greasy spoon cook, or basically the ramen noodle king, here's the deal. A lot of people help me out, and one of those guys is El Rabbit's Barbecue. He's got a channel on there. I'm going to post it up. I'll put it in the link, whatever. Anyway, check him out. He helps me out all the time, especially when I'm doing barbecue. Barbecue God right there. He makes an awesome, awesome barbecue sauce. He also made a grill for me. You know, we got together, he made me a grill, and you cannot destroy a piece of meat on this grill. It's kind of like a work of magic, you know. You know the Japanese built some stuff that's real good? Well, we modeled it after that, and boom! It rocks. It truly rocks. So anyway, check him out, O'Roberts Barbecue. And I got stuff to do. Basically, I got to go pay some bills while this is simmering. House is smelling pretty good. It's better than those little flour things my wife sticks in those, you know, I don't know what they call that stuff. It's a bunch of old flowers and stuff. It just lays in there and kind of stinks. Yeah, so, yeah, she'll be pissed when she gets home because she just put out a fresh batch of that stuff. The pork's been simmering for 3 hours. I don't even know if I can get it out of the pot. It's just so tender. But now we're going to crisp it up in the skillet. We're going to make some carnita tacos. Check it out. Now preheat your cast iron skillet and then start pulling this meat out. We'll get a little char action going on there. Make sure you give it a lot of that juice too. Gotta turn on that fan. Now at this point here, you want to kick it up with some fajita seasoning. This is my magic dust. That's going to give it that charcoaly flavor from outside. And you can tell these are crisping up a little bit. And they're also falling apart. Okay guys, I added a little bit of char on this. I'm not going to go all crazy with it. As you can tell, the flavor I've already been sampling. It's straight up legit. I'm going to get me some pointy boots in about 3 weeks. And maybe a taco truck. Alright, that dried them out a little bit. So let's go ahead and make some tacos. Now my skillet here has a little bacon grease left on it. So I'm not going to have to do anything to it. Just going to get those on there, warm them up. You know what? You can do a little number of this action too. Add a little moisture action right there. Cardio diet. Get some of that juice on there. It's all about the juice, the grease. Now y'all check this out. Got this pork. Here's a nice big fat piece, right? See that? Now watch. Who's your daddy right there? My God. Now I'm going to go ahead and just kind of shred this up real quick. Bust these down. You can see how it just busts down real easy. Got all that char in there. You got to have that char. Alright, let's make a taco. First thing you want to do, 2. You need 2 of these. Now I got some of my homemade salsa here. We're going to give it a spread. Gonna rock on with some meat. Now I'm not going to make these too big and giant, strictly because the damn corn tortillas break. Pico, gotta have your pico. Now what I did, I shredded up some cheese. And this is jalapeno jack cheese. And then of course I don't really need these onions, but I went ahead and cut some onions real thin. And a couple of bell peppers, you know. That, my friends, is straight up legit. Look at that. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to set that one off to the side. Let's do another one. Now check this out. Now do yourself a favor. Get you an avocado and give it a dust. We're gonna take care of business. Now I don't care who you are. Yeah. Alright, let's do the taste test. It's outstanding. You've got to do this. You have just got to do this. Y'all, I've made some good stuff. But this is undo your pants and lean on back good. I'm telling you, right there. You got to do this one.